Here we go again. Ablucus the Old has produced even more scribbly academic content in the form of a short story video for us to drool over. Moist, so very moist. This story is about anger, and you know what? There are likely to be quite a few more of these. Anger seems to be becoming a very popular extreme sport these days.
And thus, the story begins.
Thomas was a potter. He toiled in a land of rolling hills and bustling markets, where the sun kissed the earth and the wind whispered ancient tales. Thomas was well known locally for his hard work and equally known for his temper, which flared as fiercely as the kiln in which he fired his clay. As Thomas journeyed to the market with his wares, a sudden storm descended upon the land. The winds howled and the rain lashed against him, threatening to shatter his precious pottery. Anger surged within Thomas, for the storm had no regard for his labor. Yet in his heart, a still, small voice whispered, "If you can control it, then control it. If you can't, then don't." Either way, anger serves no constructive purpose. Choosing to heed this wisdom, Thomas sought shelter beneath a sturdy oak and protected his pottery as best he could. The storm raged on, but Thomas remained calm, his anger quelled by the understanding that some forces were beyond his control. When the storm passed, Thomas discovered that many of his pots had indeed survived. Filled with gratitude, he continued to the market, where fortune smiled upon him and he sold all his remaining wares. Yet the greatest test of Thomas's resolve came not from the forces of nature, but from the heart of man. In the marketplace, a fellow potter, envious of Thomas's success, spoke ill of his work, criticizing his techniques and mocking his designs. The words stung Thomas, igniting a familiar fire of anger within him. But again, the whisper returned. If you can control it, then control it. If you can't, then don't. Either way, anger serves no constructive purpose. Remembering the storm and the peace he found in relinquishing control, Thomas chose to respond not with anger, but with a kind word. "May your pottery find as many happy homes as mine," he said to his detractor, leaving the man speechless and the crowd in awe. As time went on, Thomas became known not just for his pottery but for his remarkable temperance. He taught many that the greatest strength lay not in controlling the clay, but in mastering one's own spirit. For in the face of life's storms and the harsh winds of criticism, Thomas had discovered the true art of living, that anger yields nothing but brokenness, while patience and understanding craft a life of beauty and peace. And so, through the example of Thomas the Potter, many have learned that in this world we are like the clay in the potter's hands, shaped not by the circumstances that befall us, but by our response to them. For indeed, if you can control it, then control it. If you can't, then don't. Either way, anger serves no constructive purpose.
Salsac, share and like. Subscribe and comment.
Salsac.